Welcome back to the Navy Sports Magazine, brought to you by the Navy Federal Credit Union. Continuing to shine our light this week on swimming programs of the United States Naval Academy, headed to the Patriot League Championships, talking with James Lee. And, James, just as we talked with Reagan Johnson earlier, I'll ask you this question first right out of the box. You're part of a great program. Certainly it's got legacy to it. If a swimmer is considering the Naval Academy, what would you tell them? What would you do to endorse them coming to the Naval Academy?
Well, to the Academy in general, I'd say it's a call to serve. I think that's a very important aspect of what we do here. It's like the main aspect of what we do here. Among that is great academics as well. But for me, being part of this team has been really the highlight of my career throughout my 4 years here. And it's been a great experience. Like we preach brotherhood, tradition, and excellence, and I have seen those three tenets really circulate throughout our team, and it's really been a great time. So I love the guys on the team. They're the best guys that I've ever met in my life, and I'd do anything for them.
Thoughts on what it would be like when you arrived here and the reality that you sit with heading toward your last Patriot League championships?
Yeah, I was very nervous coming in. I'd say I wasn't the fastest recruit, and I wasn't expecting to be like a very high contributor early on. But I stuck to my goals. One of those goals was making Olympic trials. One of those goals was making the Patriot team, which I have done, and just really sticking to those goals has helped me like kind of push myself and push others in my group to do their best. So
I was going to say to be, let's face it, a lot of kids that get in the pool, certainly that continue to swim at the level you're swimming at now. Every kid hopes to be able to get to the U.S. Olympic trials and not as a spectator. They want to be in the pool. The fact that you were able to accomplish that, and obviously, as you mentioned, contribute to, a point score at the Patriot League Championships as well. What did that mean to you, knowing the great swimmers that have been in that very same pool you train in every day?
Yeah, it's pretty amazing because, like, especially my group, I'm a breaststroker. So the people that have come before me, Chris Bondarovich, Dean Wynn, Derek Wynn, those guys have really been an inspiration for me. And they've really pushed me to be the best swimmer that I can. And my training partners currently, like Jackson Schultz and Patrick Mercer, those guys have really pushed me to achieving my dreams. Like when I was young, the only thing I wanted to do was go to Olympic trials, and I'm glad to say that I've accomplished that goal.
In this particular sport, how do you break up the monotony in training? Because I'm sure certainly it's a physical grind. Anytime you perform in sports, it's a physical grind. But I think in this sport in particular, it might even be more mental. You tell me, but how do you break up that monotony every day to make sure you're getting the most out of what you do each day in the pool? And obviously, in this case, you're hoping you peak this weekend in competition at Patriot League Championships.
Yeah, it's a very monotonous sport, but I think I owe credit to mainly our coach, Mark Lasinski, or my coach, because he does a very good job at giving us kind of a set plan. So we kind of know what to expect every week. So we'll have IM on Mondays, and then Tuesdays we'll do a lot of power work with our power towers and our racks. And Wednesday will be a sprint day. Thursday will be kind of a threshold day, aerobic work. And then Friday and Saturday will be a mix between fast stuff off the blocks or just recovery. So knowing what to expect really helps. And Mark really helps us switch it up every day, so it's not kind of the same thing over and over again.
Having success against Army early in your career, having success at the ECACs that you did early, how much did that solidify to you that, hey, I belong here. I belong at this level, and I can really succeed at this level?
Yeah. Again, coming in, I wasn't a super fast recruit, and it was tough kind of making a spot for myself because we already had great swimmers in the breaststroke group. But I think just really sticking to the grind and just seeing little improvements every day has really helped me, especially when you might not feel that you're the best on a team. Once you see yourself starting to beat those faster guys, you realize like, hey, like I can do this too. I'm not the only one. So yeah.
Out on the West Coast, there's certainly no shortage of opportunities to swim at the collegiate level. Why the Naval Academy?
Well, for me personally, I did look at a lot of schools on the West Coast initially, and I did consider them, but I think what the Naval Academy really brought forth was a great education first and foremost. That's what I was looking for in a school, and then I wasn't really sure if I wanted to serve at first, to be honest. But as I've gone through my time here, I've realized that I really do want to serve, and being service selected as a Navy pilot has really been the crowning achievement of that, and I'm really excited to go out into the fleet and do something that you don't really get to do at a normal school. So, yeah.
I was going to say the rewards at the end of this journey are a little bit different than a lot of the civilian schools. I'll let you out on this. How different is the James Lee that showed up on I-Day and the one I'm talking to right now?
Not super different, but I would say I've matured enough to call myself like an officer candidate. I feel like I've learned the skills here necessary to lead sailors, to be able to do a job that requires a lot of flying a plane, and I'm really excited to do that. Yeah, but I think personality wise and sometimes goofiness wise, I've stayed pretty similar throughout my time here, and it's good that I've changed, I guess, in a mature way, but I've kept a lot of the personality traits that I really like. So, yeah.
Well, let's hope one day you're leading a flyover over the Super Bowl over Navy Marine Corps Memorial Stadium one day, my friend. Appreciate the time today. Best of luck to you and your teammates at the Patriot League Championships this week.
Awesome. Thank you very much.